Welcome back, everyone, for the next part of Limbus Company. Haha, we're finally back after a month. But it's gonna be a quick visit though, because it's a Walpurgis Night event. Nothing against Walpurgis Night itself, but it is literally a magical night. Which literally fills one night, one day. Well, I guess we need to wait a little bit longer for the actual events, like the sweepers, the checkup. I'm actually having high hopes for the checkup as well. There's a bunch of things that they could do. They need to check up on all the sinners, in case any of them got bitten in the process of our exploration through the amusement park, right? There are probably a bunch of funny conversations and mini stories, right? But I guess that's something that we need to see once the actual event starts. Maybe it's just a checkup list, like the one with Otis. But regardless, it's gonna be great, right? It's gonna be great. Now, I would say before we start with the Walpurgis Night event entirely, how about I quickly go over the polls that we had during Saturday, when we pulled together, once again, for maximum luck. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna start out with a bang. Yeah. That's the full stop style. They don't waste time.
We have a hit. We have a hit. We have a hit.
Right? They don't waste time. They go straight for the kill.
Hit cliff. Yep.
We have the pretty Heathcliff.
Pretty boy ponytail Heathcliff. Family, I believe.
Hong Lu? Otis? Maybe one of them?
Dude, it's a double.
Otis! Otis!
Look at that!
What?
See? Otis is the girl!
Hell yeah.
The goat!
We believe it.
He has Netsick. Do you know how much alcohol you can get?
I think that's
That guy is the supplier.
Oh
The main supplier.
Wait, new?
Yep.
New?
no. Yep.
That's not the right one, Heathcliff. Are you already drunk?
Well, there is Heathcliff. Well, you asked
Nice
for
actually,
Heathcliff.
Cliff. Yeah.
We did say
A good
Heathcliff.
start.
No.
Go for the alcohol.
Oh.
Your brother's already there.
Nope.
My God! Oh no! Don't stop by the alcohol. What is this? Don't be so greedy.
Yeah, that's
Let me show you how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Oh,
see it,
no.
Monday.
No.
Oh wait,
Don't
wait.
say it like
That's a
that.
good image. That's a very good image already.
Oh my.
Look at all those.
Oh no.
First of all, you gotta appreciate the big lady. She went
Big league.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Will it be?
Oh,
That's a double. That's a double. That's gonna be Otis.
That's a double. So it's Hong Lu.
Yeah. And Otis.
that's it! Yeah, my boy!
Please give me a green. Give me a green. Ah,
Oh,
it's a green.
oh, oh, oh.
What?
Wait, it's
Is it
mine.
that? Is it?
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
There we go. That's everything.
We got it. We got it. We have
How
pretty boy
funny.
Heathcliff.
True.
Right?
Come on, KK Rodion.
Oh god.
We've been
Her
through this
again.
so many times.
We believe.
You and me, we've pulled so many big fish out of the pool before. I know, the last one wasn't that great for either of us, but it's alright. I still believe in you. You're the luckiest girl that I know, together with Otis. You two always give me the best gifts, every time. So please, give Heathcliff a smile, and Hong Lu the fancy earring. Alright? I'm not asking for too much. And Otis, I would really appreciate it if you get the bullets as well. Alright.
Nice.
All right.
Well
let's
then.
go.
Come on, Rodion. You're
Already
the
have a hit.
kindest girl that I know.
Two.
double.
We have two
The
hits.
kindest girl that I've
Will it be?
known.
Oh,
What?
Heathcliff.
My
That's
beautiful
one.
lady
Excellent.
with the red shoes.
Immediately.
With the
Heathcliff.
red shoes. My beautiful girl, KK Rodion, is the best girl that I've ever known.
Damn.
That I've ever known.
Okay.
KK Rodion. See? I knew it. I shall forever be a believer! Forever!
Ray has the strongest ritual.
Oh god.
Now please, we just need the earrings for not Heathcliff. Honglu.
Wrong.
Honglu's earrings. Look how imagined that would look on him. If we would have him as well. Could you imagine the
Maybe those
prettiness of the design of those earrings?
Oh,
Another
holy shit!
double?
Okay, Heathcliff, I know you like Heathcliff now, but imagine the earrings.
Come on, we need the green.
Oh,
So
oh,
Oh,
thank you,
the
thank you
green?
for calling him. Thank you very much. Should have said it earlier. Come on, we need the green. Here he is.
There we go. We got the green.
Well, I guess I'm
There we
already
go.
done.
Complete.
Was it?
90.
Only 90.
Not even 100. Not even 100.
Even 100.
So, I really hope at one point the people are finally starting to believe in KK Rodion. KK Rodion is the queen during my Porgus nights. But somehow, not everyone is a full believer yet. But don't worry, my girl. I will carry the burden until you finally have proven yourself to the world. I will remind them every night that it is your night to shine. It's your night. The only night where you have maximum luck. But well, now without any further stallments, let us go to the 5th Walpurgis night and start the mission. Book of the Church of Gears. Alright. Yes, please. I don't need to hold back. I can actually test them out right away. I mean, we aren't really seeing the stories until the end of the part, but we can already give them a try. Huh? Sounds like a good idea, right? Certainly it sounds like a good idea. Now, but seriously, we are ready. It's gonna be a bit awkward though. Those guys are bullet users, and I'm not entirely sure how long this fight is going to last. But oh well. This seems like a good place to end it, Dantel. Alright. I do constellation with the sinners when there's need to do so, but I also invite them for regular constellation as well, regardless of the necessity, just because we always want to keep in touch. Our conversations were usually pretty innate and somewhat perfunctory to the point where it feels like I'm just going down a list of things to say, asking obvious questions like, how are you doing? Or are you dealing with any difficult emotions recently? Or other queries of similar nature, which means that most of our consolation ends up being just idle chatter. But, well, so we're good here, right? Faust believes so, yes. Your continuous growth has been observed throughout the repeated constellation, and no changes for the worse or problem with your tantrum as the manager has been found. Wait, are the constellations for me then? I thought I was doing the constellation here. Huh. Well, that's good, I guess. Faust was always the last sinner of my constellation list, and whenever I finished consulting her, she would have me participate in her constellation in turn. These are rather valuable opportunities for me, given that they are pretty much the only times I ever get to voice my concerns without hesitation. Not to mention that there are also chances to try to brainstorm how we go about resolving them. It is. Do you have any further questions? As I was listening to Faust, sitting across from her and cleaning up the documents laid out on my desk, my calendar came into view. Oh yeah, it's gonna happen pretty soon, isn't it? Oh, by it, are you referring to... well, to my Porgus night? I feel like it's about time that it's happening again. It's been happening pretty frequently as of late, to the point where they occur once every few days. I don't know how rare this event really is, but I'm starting to develop some sort of intuition as to how often it would come. It seems that you have found yourself a pattern of sort, Dante. However, The basis in which the Walpurgis Night occurs is purely by chance. There are no rules to dictate their frequency. Huh? Wait, really? But I just have this feeling, no, an intuition that it's about to happen, you know? Faust has come to understand that your feelings, Dante, may sometimes yield exceptional results that elude any sort of logical or sensible explanations. However, to find pattern in which there are none is absolutely reasonable for a flaming head like him. Right? It's absolutely reasonable. He can feel the burrow. He can make a difference between abnormalities and those other thingies, thinner thingies. I'm pretty sure his senses are top-notch and you should always believe in him. Right? Faust had just begun her explanation with barely a noticeable grin when she was prematurely cut off by the all-too-familiar alarm and the accompanying light followed by a green flash. So what were you saying, Faust? Well, it's always a pleasant surprise to encounter such uncertainties. You don't look pleased at all, though. So let us head to the driver's seat. I guess she doesn't want to be wrong. And with that, she hurriedly stomped out of my room. Some time later. Where are we? Well, this is one weird place. Are we in some kind of prison? Are we back in T-Corp because everything is a bit grey? Well, we aren't grey, so maybe it's not the case. Well, the air smells rank. I think we might be underground. I was wondering if we would get to visit the LCOP headquarters again. I'm pretty sure that is where we'll be going to our next Walpurgis Night. Is that a forewarning? Huh? I mean, we have Netzig already. Hot was in our pocket. Yes, it was there. Teferit comes next. Oh my god, it's gonna be so great. Which means Shazit is right around the corner. Or Gabora. Huh? Wait, how do you know that? Intuition. Doesn't it seem like they're taking turns to appear? The panels are telling me that this time we're inside a book of the library, I think. Oh no, that means... I mean, there's still a chance that we might encounter Shazit soon enough. But that means we also have a chance to meet Roland. Or another one of those trap books. Like the Red Hunter. Any thought, Faust? As I've stated earlier, the basis by which the Walpurgis Night occur is by pure chance. The hell are you blathering about? Quit goofing off in tangles and answer the question straight, yeah? Always for the sake of efficiency. Immediate and succeeding explanation your points when replying to our superior's question. Understood? Especially since most of the time, I barely get half of it. Indeed. This event seemed to take place at a period of time when the library existed. However, it does not seem to be the case that we will be facing abnormalities here, as we had done so in the past. Huh? Then what? Wait. Shh. Voices. They're close. If everyone hushed, I could hear voices muttering from a distant hallway. It seems that this place is a place of congregation of a emergent religious group once known as the Church of Gears. The Church of Gears? So, do they worship literal gears? Or is it more symbolic, like they're worshipping the sacred value of labor or something? It's the second half of that statement. It is clearly the second half. They're literally worshipping each other, which they view as gears. Excuse me. Faust gazed into the distance, blinking a few times, and continued as though she realized something. Yeah, she was checking up the Gesellschaft again. Not exactly. They considered themselves to be as denizens of the city, and nothing more than gears. Their belief is that their misfortune stems from the fact that their current lot in life has placed them where they do not belong. Such was Faust's input. Is she getting orders from the Gesellschaft again, that she mentioned before? Yes, of course. Huh, they don't seem to off the mark then. Plenty of people in the city have jobs they are not fit for. Perhaps so. However, do understand that the lately of this religion, dubbed meat gears, install their object of worship, known as thought gears, gears made from humans, into their own brains and... Okay, point taken, you can stop now, I don't want the details. Yeah, what was I even thinking? Of course there's just a bunch of crazies. I mean, not all of them. Rhodia brought her hands to her mouth as though she was about to vomit, then shook her head dismissively. Anyways, so what are we supposed to be doing here? Do we kill them? It is uncertain where the end of the scenario lies. However, as their proposed course of action has often led us to solutions, it likely will not be much different this time. Please, a moment. What is the scenario that you've mentioned in passing? Yeah, I caught that too. It is only a hypothesis of sort, at least at the moment. However, please recall the past manifestation of the phenomenon, in which we, once the goal determined by the scenario was deemed complete, will immediately return to the bus's corridor. And given that the beginning and the resolution are always identical, as though the scenario resets from circle to circle, it can be surmised that we are repeating the same scenarios. There are other rooms in the back door with similar attributes, given that they also consist of rooms that repeat certain scenarios until a certain objective is complete. It can be said that the prospect of those hypotheses turn out to be correct is not entirely out of the realm of possibilities when it comes to technological limits. So maybe we are just revisiting memories? In recollection, as I said, I find that there were instances in which we were invariably made to reach the same conclusion, regardless of the specific of our methodologies in battle. Ah, verily! Hast thou not said before, young Faust, that our actions, taken within the bounds of the realities, manifest their power by the Walpurgis Noid, what the hell, redeemed events of the past, yet manipulated not the history of the world, wherein we do exist? Correct. That is another evidence of the hypothesis that these are but scenarios. So even if we were to kill those worshippers, they're not actually dying, right? Still carrying that soft heart, are you? But it just doesn't seem right. Attacking someone who can just speak like we do without really getting to know what's going on seems, kind of unfair, doesn't it? The intent behind your question is understood. Yes, you are correct. Phew.
Testing. Do you copy?
An unfamiliar voice suddenly whispers in our ears. Who's that? The heck? Since when did we have these things in our ears? That is when I realized that the sinners were all equipped with something resembling transmitters in their ears.
What the shit are you got? It's me! Stefan! Come on, wake up! We gave you a subcontract because you were supposedly much better at blitz like these. We even made quite a fuss when we were handing it over to you. Remember? Come on, let's just do our job and go home, okay? Or is this another tantrum about how we're only taking 60% of the reward?
60%? I see. This appears to be our role in this scenario.
We all know that the Church of Gear is one nutshop factory, but don't let the ickiness get in the way of the mission, alright? Got that? We got this straight from Director Chujin of
the She Association! Oh wait, sorry about that! Oh my god, Chujin!
You have to capture the leader alive. If you screw this job up, we can all say goodbye to that paycheck we've all been looking forward to. So I'm leaving it to you, alright?
Wait, so they were supposed to capture her alive from the very start? I guess Bluey had that all figured out from the very beginning. Huh. Hey, what does this leader look like?
Holy shit, are you insane? You don't even read the documents that we sent before going there? Alright, I guess they did infiltrate the base without even reading the intels. Maybe they are veterans who really are just that good, for Blitz at least.
I won't deny the title of a veteran at least.
Oh well, you will know the moment you lay your eyes on the leader. Veiled face, huge gear in her head, all that.
That appears to be an appropriate amount of intelligence to identify the target. Great, then let's do it. Are we at the start of the ceremony when one of the persons are getting turned into gear? Wait a second, I thought those were the puppets that she created after. We have smoke! There's smoke! Oh my god! Oh my god, this is gonna be fun. Is it the same mechanic as in library? Are they going to give us that smoke? Let's just gain smoke. But can they also give us smoke? Oh yes, inflict smoke, increase damage, right? Oh, I can't wait. If I can get a smoke team in this game, this is gonna be so much fun. No, but what else can you guys do? Gain 2 smoke? Do you get an additional boost for a certain amount? Probably. Paralysis is not so bad. Clash power increased for every free smoke on the target, maximum of 2. That's fine. Reuse count for every free smoke on the target, maximum of 3. That has the potential to hit up to 4 times then. Gain 3 smoke and 1 smoke count. 10 smoke gain clash power and protection. They can get free smoke every turn by evading. They can spam evasion for a couple of turns and just boost them up to infinity. Interesting. Instead of taking more damage due to smoke on self, inflict more damage, of course. When gaining smoke, gain an additional smoke. Oh my god, they're just like in Life of Ruiner. I love those guys. I just love those guys. They went straight to my Shazza team. They were so great. And I completely forgot to check up on those guys. I guess Honglu is fine though. How much ammunition do you guys have? You're 15 right now. Not entirely sure on which number you started on, but you certainly do a lot of damage. And Honglu only has 10 bullets. Alright, that's not so bad. What? 33! 260! Alright, 1 second. What is going on with you guys? Poise. Spend armor. 3 bullets each, so you really need to fight quickly with Honglu at least. Melee support. Poise count. 2 poise. Target marked. Base power 1+ for every bullet amount spent by the skill. On use, a full stop off as Heathcliff is on the field. Adds 20% chance that this unit activates target spotted? What is target spotted? Unit B follows up with an unopposed attack with skill 2 against the same unit. A attack, the skill activates as end attack? Was that the snipe move that he pulled? Might be. But interesting, so they can trigger each other's skill by comboing and clashing the same targets? And what is beyond the shadow? So if I'm out of ammo, a void turns into a counter dice, a clashable counter dice, which also reloads once per encounter. The only weakness that all gun units share. Out of bullet, out of fight. And you can change it with a simple counter. Alright. He's busted. He's slightly busted. And Heathcliff? Pretty much the same. Ammunition, poise count, alright. 50% extra damage on a crit. At more than 30 poise, consume up to 10 of poise potency. Over 30 to deal... What? Poise potency consumed by times 10? How much more damage do they need? They just get more and more... Alright, okay. And that is the extra bullet. I already used that unique bullet. Or do you have more of that bullet? Once per encounter, so I only get one bullet. And I already used it. That was probably the hit that gave us 260 damage. And he also has the reload function. Except for the giant bullet. I guess that is a one at a time chance. Alright, I guess that's fine. That's probably fine, right? Oh, they're already so busted. Oh, this is just fitting for the full stop combo, right? It is extremely fitting for the full stop combo. They do exactly what they're made for. They're not built for long battles. They just come around, shut them down, and that's why they're the preferred method of dealing with the Queen of Hatred. That usually causes some really big issues for everyone around. Okay, I have to say, Heathcliff as a sniper is a great thing. What the hell is that guy? Aggressive gear fanatic. Same mechanics as the others. Do you have any new passives? The first coin to connect on an encounter deals 1 damage. Defensive skill gets an additional point. Fort gear delay. If this unit is alive, no enemies are generated at turn end. So he stops... No wait, if he's alive he stops regenerating them. If he's dead, more will join the fight? Technically speaking, I need to finish this fight quickly, so I should probably take care of him first. Right? For the sake of a turn count, I would need to make sure to finish him off quickly, wouldn't I? Probably. Which also includes this one. Followed up by this one in order to give him a double tap. That's a bit unfortunate, but we can go for an avoid. 109 damage, alright, of course. Go for the 25, why not? 22, back up. Another crit. Oh god, Heathcliff. How are you even protecting yourself with this? It's a sniper rifle. You're not supposed to fight in close range. Like at all. Alright, we got another crit. I guess I didn't need it to go for the avoid. Dragon comes around. Don't really need the heals. But it will certainly do a lot of damage. There we go. Is the big guy down? Pretty sure the big guy is down. I can see him. Oh, we have new big guys. Oh, that's fine, I guess. Is this going to give me more charges? Consume charges. Gain charges. Yes, let's go for the light blue attack. It's been a while since I played this game, so some skills are getting a little blurry in my head. I mean, I do my weekly mirror dungeons, but most of the time I've just picked random units. Where is he going? Substitute? He didn't die, but did he? Oh, I guess the sniper pieced out. That's alright, I guess. That is totally alright. Hongnu is still around. He can pick up the pace. Maybe he ran out of ammunition? And he just pieces out by himself? Interesting. Right? That is rather interesting. Alright, do we have enough damage to take care of the big guys? Because again, I would prefer it if we... Oh. Weren't there a bunch of extra enemies? It was 15. The counter was 15. Out of 30, wasn't it? Was that a turn limit? No. Huh. Well, regardless, it is pretty unsettling. But it didn't give us too much trouble, huh? Nope. Yeah. My weapon kept slipping out of my hand because I had to stop myself from throwing up. Brains and all that blood. And that chunks of flesh whenever the Ugh! It turned, it crushed, and oh no. It is an ill-advised to mouth what imparted you nothing but displeasure, Sinclair. Past the sinners, who all appeared rather exhausted from certain non-fatigue related issues, I saw a shuddering figure. The one must be the leader of this church. Oh, Otis, remember, this is a capture mission. We need her alive. Of course, Executive Manager. I know an exceptionally technique by which I can 100% ensure the survival of the subject. Possible defend wounds notwithstanding. Please, leave us alone. Stay away. Just as Otis had begun approaching the leader, her face contorted into a terrifying expression. I mean, she's about to obliterate the girl. Oh wow, 13 of you, Why, those friends must have spent quite a fortune hiring you all. Otis? Oh, yes, he is here. Bluey! And the same pose as well. And I forget her name. I always forget her name. I mix her up with the Blood Lady most of the time. There was a flash of light, and in the blink of an eye, someone had kicked Otis to the side and embraced the leader in his arms. Could you be the person my father always talked about? I guess. Fee! I cannot well see who this figure is! Yet such power has to be... Oh, sorry, friends. I do appreciate your welcome, but... I'm going to have to leave with this friend over here instead. Make way for us, will you? Absolutely not! Otis aggressively strided toward the shadowy figure. The details were fuzzy and shadowed, but I was pretty sure that his figure was holding a massive sight. Oh, what a grand welcome. Well, I'm about to shed a tear. Well then. The intruder begins to raise his sight, his voice untainted by even a tingle of battle excitement. To be fair, I guess in his eyes we are not really any threat at all. Otis! My girl! And we found ourselves back at the corridor before he murdered us all. Because there's no way we can fight against this guy at this level without at least Aleph gear. Well, it seems this was where the scenario ends. Damn it! What indignity! Nay, young Otis, this is nothing but humiliation of... Well, I'm not entirely confident of this speculation, for I was availed nothing else save for the silhouette. That strength, that composure! Forsooth! The silhouette without those foes! I had brought witness to this magnificent in the past magazine! And color! Thou hast almost engaged in a duel with a color fixer! The blue one himself! Well, recovering your memories clearly hasn't diminished your love for fixer. Silence! This is irrelevant! This is of most importance! It's a color! Anyhow, young Faust, thou hast said as such in the past that a repeated visit would be of our benefit, as long as this night is in effect. Forsooth, right? Forsooth! Indeed. Well, should I be granted the chance to behold the countenance of his figure again? This should be of no trouble, for I determined which of the illustrious color fixer this one is with great certainty. May I perchance be granted the opportunity to approach this figure in young Otis' stead? Well, there's no reason to deny that request, though I am to believe that the identity of this individual will not be revealed regardless of the choice that we make in this scenario. Woohoo! Dawn! Dawn! Keep your feet on the ground! Do not destroy the roof! I don't care how far or high you jump! Especially now! Not here! Dawn is just as passionate as ever. But Faust's expression maintained a stony coldness, highlighting the contrast. It seems like she was deep in contemplation. So I sought to ask, is something on your mind, Faust? If the scenario's hypothesis is correct, perhaps the conclusion that we have yet just seen may be a hint of sorts. A hint. Perhaps the overt contrariety of the conclusion implies a tactic threat or a warning, posing against us as the tale may be forced to continue, regardless of our own actions. There may be an instant in the future in which the LCB's journal comes to an untimely halt due to our failure to find a conclusion in a Walpurgis Night event. It appears that the access to that information still seem to be locked. I have some trouble following your train of thought. It's alright. When the time comes, Dante, it may be the case that your intuition will bring proof to these hypotheses, as it has today. Yeah. However, it seems that verifying Don's hypothesis take precedential at the moment. Manager Squire! Pretty! With haste! Haste, I say! Can we have a second before? Oh no! Watching Don enthusiastically, I decided to table more complicated thought for later, like I always do, because now we need to take another visit and have another chance to speak to a certain Bluey. But Faust is right. It might do as well for me to have some more faith in my own intuition, at least for now. Oh, Bluey! It's been so long! Oh, there was a time limit. I guess I reached it already, but I wasn't quick enough to finish off 30 at a time. And it's fine though, I can just do it over again. Right, I can do it over. Oh god. I got a couple of missions though. That's good. What's this? Aggressive gear fanatic with 80% plus with a single attack skill. Alright, I guess that is related to probably Heathcliff or Honglu. Both of them are really strong. But Heathcliff is the one with the singular attack dices. It's probably a Heathcliff mission. Well, is there a special cutscene during the second encounter? Is it? So, alright, that took a while. 77 enemies. 77 enemies, that's quite a lot. I only... I almost got 50. Yeah, I need some upgrades for that. Certainly need some upgrades for that, and it seems like there's no cutscene. A shame! A shame! I was kind of hoping on the second glance that maybe Dawn would be able to determine that the blue side is still related to a certain blue fixer, but maybe not. Right? Maybe not. At the very least, now it is completely confirmed. They were never supposed to threaten the life of the leader. She was always planned to be captured or rather saved by a Bluey so that she would join his side. Great, right? Manipulated from the shadows and the light itself. Oh well. Alright, do I still have time for uptie stories? I might, but it would be pushing it. But then again, it's Walpurgis Night. If I go a little bit overboard, it will probably not cause any harms, right? It's probably fine. I'm just gonna make an exception. Yeah, we're just going to make an exception. Alright, where you see? Are we going to start with Honglu? Sure. Let's start with Honglu. And another. 3 shots to the chest. And it doesn't look like I need to shoot them in the head for good measures. Save the bullets, Honglu! Save the bullets. Alright. Hold your fire. Never mind, Sinclair. Why do you always need to shoot extra? Oi, hold your fire, lad. Lower already. Now. Thanks for repeating after me. Can't see too well through all of the smoke. A battlefield, thick with the smoke of war. The chaotic cacophony of gunfire and grinding gear came to a sudden stop at the child's hand's up. They were contracted by the Association for Eradicating the Church of Geeks. The child accepted the contract with gusto, but things weren't going according to plan, thanks to a certain unexpected variable. Doesn't seem like they'll be closing the distance anytime soon, right? Yeah, but I don't know if it's a good idea for us to shoot first, not to mention how we've already wasted a lot of bullets. This contract is a bit more troublesome than I expected. I guess that's what you get for picking up a She Association contract. Despite already spending quite a lot of bullets, the child and his colleagues were having some trouble making much headway. There was the hot steam, a byproduct of boosting their power, and the smoke coming out of the grinding gears. But the worst of them all was the erratically moving gear worshippers, the very target of their contract. Not only are they constantly moving, but their movements are also bloody offbeat. I'm having some difficulties getting a headshot, lads. Got any bright ideas? The worshippers were sliding out of the bullet's trajectory in bizarre fluid motions, as though they could tell where their guns were aiming. Benefits of installing thought gears, a calculation unit made from units. Should we just blasting and hope for the best? I don't hate the idea, but the budget of the bullets is gonna come straight out of our own boss's pocket. Even if we finish the contract, we would have nothing left to show. The colleague glanced anxiously at the child as the prospect of having to dip into their boss's personal fund became increasingly likely. However, the child's expression was as calm and casual as always, and he even began humming a pleasant tune. I think my budget can handle a volley, unless you're looking to shoot artillery logic ammunition full auto, that is. Now that would bankrupt even me. What is so special about those bullets? Is it from the same workshop as Roland's stuff? Well, it wasn't a big deal of the child to pay for the bullets, as long as they made each one count. He could handle it, even if the office funds were about to be completely depleted. All he had to do was to say the word, and the family would send him some pocket money. That pocket money, being the equivalent of an office yearly budget, would fill their warehouse to the brim with ammunition. It wouldn't leave them much, of course, but still. But not everyone found this attitude to be pleasant. Blimey! I don't like it! It makes us feel like parasites every time we go ask a family for a favor. Well, what other choice do we get? We can break down the cover with impact rounds, but they're hiding in that smoke. Alright everyone, let's all relax and get it done, like we always do. I'll take the vanguard, so please cover me. Right, I gotta take care of any bugger that gets too close, eh? You need to tell me how to do my job. That's great and all, but how about this? I think I just came up with a plan. Plan? The child's voice was as gentle as always, but there was a certain confidence and decisiveness in it as he explained the new strategy. After listening to the new plan, quickly describing over a brief lull of battle, the two colleagues nodded affirmatively. Alright then, I'm going in! With that, the child leaped into the thick miasma of smoke without hesitation. He could barely see what was ahead, and the smoke was suffocating, but the child did not stop. He began pulling the trigger with abundance the moment he ventured into the smoke. Most of them flew fruitlessly towards nothing, but he wasn't planning to hit the worshippers anyways. Heathcliff, now! A thunderous gunshot rings out, even before the child says his full name for the receiver. The bullet fired at the moment of notice, landing a direct hit into the worshipper's brain. He would draw them to a perfect angle for his sniper colleagues to line up his shot. Once he confirmed that the thought gear inside the worshipper had come to a complete stop, the child did not waste a second and gave his next order. I draw them out, so start blasting on my count of 3.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3. Bullets must possess the firepower to penetrate through walls or steel. The child knew well about the head's taboo involving firearms, and with that knowledge, twisted these disadvantage to his own advantage. Drawing a worshipper next to a building wall, taking cover on the other side of the wall himself, then ordering his colleague to fire a penetrating round would be an example of such strategy. Another would be forcing the enemy to take cover behind the wall, requesting his colleague to fire an impact round and demolish the wall to bury them in rubble. The child soon realized that there was but a single worshipper remaining, having survived the slow but mediocre takedown of the other worshippers. Looks like their leader escaped. So you're the last one of the group. Seeing as you have 2 gears, may I assume that you are in a higher position than the others? A mere addition of 1 extra gear provides the lone worshipper a tremendous advantage in the final resistance. The worshipper nimbly wiggled out of the bullet's trajectory, even after the child threw them to an open position, and any penetrating round that hit it bounced off impotently against the steel armor.
Oi! You alright there? I don't get a clear shot anymore. You're in a dead angle there.
His colleague, realizing that this was a foe not to be underestimated, howled worriedly in the child's direction. I think you two have done a great job supporting me so far, but it's time to end this. It does seem that the child agreed with their concerns. The child stepped forward, beaming with a casual smile. A sturdy breastplate made of steel. Some would purchase impact rounds to destroy the metal without penetrating it. Some would purchase micro-bullets to shoot through any viable hole in the armor. But the child saw the much simpler approach. To this life of yours, there was nothing stopping him from cutting through metal with his dagger after all. The workshop-made dagger in the child's hand cut through the worshipper's armor like a knife through butter, and he aimed the barrel into the newly created gap in the worshipper's armor. By the time the echoes of the 3 gunshots had dissipated in the thin air, the worshipper's gear had already stopped turning. I placed the final full stop. Oh no! That looks so cool! The pose looks so cool! So great! So great! Now let's see what Cliff is up to, right? That is from a different angle of this whole assassination mission, right? He pretty much sees nothing in an entire smoke, but certainly he has his moment to shine as well. Right? He certainly has a moment to shine as well. It's still a shame that Sinclair didn't get an ID though. I see him in the back. He was supposed to be there as well. Maybe as a 2-star, but I would have loved to see him. Alas. Alright. That one got away with once, I give them that. Sweet-talking miserable blocks while wearing those bizarre gears in their heads. How could anyone be convinced to willingly turn themselves into some meat gear monster? Meat gears, fort gears, loads of fingers with gears shoved into their heads, all just to become smart or something, is it? What a load of shit. I mean, I just can't believe how anyone could think that their lot in life is to be a piece of gear in someone else's logic. I don't suppose in any of my businesses. Let's get back to work. What was it that Hulu said? That it is a rare, lucrative opportunity. Yeah, this will be good for us. This rifle. I thought Bossman was a madman when he deceived to purchase his firearms. I didn't even have a steady income then. We were scouted to the team like stray animals, getting taken in by some charity office after getting exploited to hell by no-name officers left and right. Not that I don't deserve to be here. I was always confident in my abilities. But still, that suggestion that we should use expensive guns all of a sudden was so out of the blue that I couldn't help but think it was some shady shit. I thought, oh, this must be one of those scams where they buy me this expensive but broken gun and ask me to pay for its repairment or whatnot. And I was just getting ready to smash the office to bits, trying to get a single straight word out of the bossman, and he shot me an entire box, the size of my head, filled to the brim with ammunition. Didn't think the truth would be so simple, that the bossman is just a loaded man. Well, I suppose he did threaten us with no pay if we were pointlessly wasting our bullets. A month of no pay for every shot that we miss, was it? And I thought, thinking logically here, that it would be smarter to get me a sniper rifle, so there's less chance of me wasting a bullet. So that is how this gun became my partner for thick and thin. Still quite fond of flipping out, smashing everything to bits with no concern for what comes next. But I think this fits me just as well. Maybe at least. I guess there's a satisfaction side to this, especially when I'm about to blast salt like that. I would rather not talk to you.
Ready, Heathcliff?
Ready.
Once the worshippers are in sight, make sure your gun is loaded and wait for my signal.
Looks like I'll be hurling our wallets a tad more than usual today. Is this right with you?
Oh, breaking out the Altelier's logic high-velocity pulverization round, are we?
Yeah, those gears in their heads. Regulates rounds just bounce right off of them. Better to grind them down and pulverize them.
I guess that's true. I'll be reducing your pay if you ever use more than a single round against the same enemy, though.
Shut it, mate. You'll be grumbling all the same, even if I were to use the cheapest ammunition on the market.
You know how expensive these bullets are. Atelier logic ammunition is pretty expensive, even for me.
Understood. Push the traditional side forward. The chamber reveals itself below. I removed the topmost bullet from there and carefully replaced it with a silver-bladed, beautifully engraved bullet. Special round loaded, ready to fire. I hear 2 beats of the common opening and closing instead of a wordly reply. That is the code for Roger that. He must be in earshot. It's very close. Then, I should get ready. The magnetic rays make a funny noise as it begins to charge. Going for the bullseye. Gunpowder detonate, adding even more power to the bullets blasting forth from the barrel. I feel the recoil ramming my shoulder backwards. A sniper rifle that uses 2 different propulsion in tandem. Now that is something you don't see every day, even in most workshops. Of course, S-Class Workshop can probably produce all kinds of fanatic items that will easily trump something like this. But I'm sure I can count the numbers of S-Class Workshops with one hand alone. Doubt there's more than 3, tops. And their stuff got to be excessively expensive too, even for the boss man. So excluding those outliers, this gun is gonna be one of the best. What the hell?
Heathcliff? Did you miss?
No, what in the... They've got to have some kind of foresight or something. Dodging my bullet like that.
Well, I guess there's a surprise around every corner in the city.
It's beyond me how the blocks can remain so bloody calm and flipping, even in a situation like this. Ah, fuck this. Relocating. The nest is compromised.
Gotcha. Looks like we have to do the thing.
I'll leave it to you, Hongdu.
Okay, I've got this.
Bossman covered me whenever I'm on the move. And whenever I got that I'm cornered, I identified the weak link and blast them with my sniping rifle. We've done this together more than a dozen times. There's no mucking up our teamwork. Well, unless the enemy is clearly out of our league. But I can see that carefree grin of his all the way from here. Looks like we're going to be okay.
Oh, and by the way, I'm deducing your pay for this month because you failed to kill them with a single shot. Just like we promised.
Saying stupid shit like that, even though we got an advantage over us. He's really a piece of work. I mean, it was a promise, and this is some kind of game for him. Of course he wouldn't forget about it. It's a highly expensive bullet that could even make him bankrupt. Oh, but I'm going to stick with this one. But then again... No. This is a better picture for his face. The calm Heathcliff. A calm Heathcliff is so rare. Look at all of his grimaces. Even this one, when he's just relaxing, he looks dead and tired as heck. That is the most relaxed Heathcliff that we're going to have in ages. I'm telling you, this is the most relaxed Heathcliff that we're going to have for a very long time. So we should enjoy it for as long as we have it. Right? For as long as we have it. Now then, I hope you guys had fun in today's part. And I'll see you in the next part once the next event arrives. Until then, bye bye!